welcome. My name is Diana Loderhose. I'm the International Features Editor here at Deadline. I'm joined in our Red Sea studio today with Andrew Garfield.
Hi.
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 Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Especially considering you just got in this morning.
Yeah, but I feel, let's not jinx, I feel weirdly okay. So let's
good.
just go with
Let's
it.
just go with it.
I'm here, I'm alive. So I'm happy to be here, yeah.
So you've had a very busy summer, I understand.
Yeah.
So what was first? Was it the Luca project or was it Magic Faraway Tree?
It's kind of both at the
At the
same
same
time.
time.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I hadn't done this ever. And it's not since I was doing rep theatre at the National Theatre when I left drama school. Like, I was doing 4 plays at once when I was in my early 20s. And I didn't think anything else of it. But since I started making films, I've really become this monastic, single, focused, I need lots of space between and blah, blah, blah. And then these 2 amazing, very, very different projects came along, and they had similar shooting windows. And I thought to myself, could I do that? Could I be Michael J. Fox going from Family Ties to Back to the Future? Is it Family Ties? No. Was it Family Ties? I may be completely misremembering. He was doing a TV show while also shooting Back to the Future.
Ties, wasn't it?
But anyway, could I do it? And I thought, let's challenge myself if they can work out the schedule. So yes, I was doing 2 very, very different projects. One being the Magic Faraway Tree, which is an old Enid Blyton set of books that has been adapted by the great Simon Farnaby and directed by the great Ben Gregor, and produced by the great Pippa Harris and others. And it's been that was just a delight. So I started with that, and then I took a break from that to go to shoot with Luca Guadagnino on his film After the Hunt with Julia Roberts and Ayo Edebiri, and Michael Stuhlbarg and Chloe Sevigny. And I then went back to finish Magic Faraway Tree at the end of the summer with the gang there, with Claire Foy and Jennifer Saunders and Nicola Coughlan and Nonso Anozi, and just a incredible ensemble cast of strange, comedic, dramatic talents. So yeah, it was a fun, hectic summer of making 2 very, very different characters and 2 very, very different films.
Let's talk about the projects a little bit. So Faraway Tree, as you mentioned, hell of a cast.
Yeah.
Simon Farnaby, of course, wrote Wonka and Paddington 2. I'm very familiar with the books I mentioned earlier because I have an English mother, so I read those. I read all of them quite a bit. What would you say about this project too? We have a lot of American readers and people who will watch this who aren't familiar with this property.
Yeah, I feel like it's universal. I feel like it's one of those great stories and thematic kind of, books that will translate to every single country, every single territory. I really do believe that. And I'm very, very excited for America to, if they haven't discovered these books and these characters, to find their Anglophilia kind of, the same way that they discovered Paddington in certain ways. And, in Asian countries as well, I think they're going to go crazy for it because, it's full of imagination and insanity and wildness. Like, it's not your conventional children's story or family film. It's eccentric. And it's, Alice in Wonderland-ish in certain aspects. Like, the characters that are up this Magic Faraway Tree are trippy. And I think because Simon is our writer, and I love the Paddington, it's no secret that I love the Paddington movies more than most other films. And I think I love them so much because the humor and the drama is so kind of innocent and yet quite mature at the same time. And so stupid and funny and foolish. I think it brings all of us as an audience into our own kind of inner child in a way, shamelessly. Like, we feel allowed because it feels kind of elevated as well. And so I'm very, very excited for people to discover these characters and also thematically it's about reconnecting with nature, which I think every community around the world is craving and longing for and missing. So I feel like it's coming around at the right time for us as a culture, that where we're hopefully rediscovering our our connection to nature, especially for young people, because the three main characters are the three siblings. They're the heart of the story. These three amazing young actors who discover this magic tree in the woodland. So yeah, it's really, really exciting.
Sounds great. So then you went, I mean, it does sound very different from your
Very
next
different,
project,
yeah.
from the Luca project.
Yeah.
What can you tell us a little bit about that, working with Luca, because you haven't worked with him before?
No, we've been wanting to work together
Right.
he asked me to do I Am Love when I was, when he was making I Am Love 15 years ago or something.
Okay, yeah.
I met him and Tilda Swinton in an airport departure lounge by request, and I had a very exciting meeting. I was 23, 24 or something, and they asked me to play Tilda's son in I Am Love, because Luca, he just likes what he likes, and I think he saw me in Lions for Lambs and then Boyer, and wanted to make something with me. And then I wasn't able to do it because of scheduling. And then since then, we've had lots of different projects we were trying to work on. We were trying to remount Brideshead Revisited. There was another couple of very experimental scripts that he was trying to work on as well. And nothing ever came through. And then this one was the magic, kind of hit the magic spot for both of us, and timing-wise, etc. And it's a character that I'd never played before, that he wanted to give me the opportunity to explore. And with Julia Roberts and Io, it's heavy subject matter, and I'm not going to talk about that right now, but it's a very, very interesting, it's a movie full of a lot of ideas and lots of questions. And I'm very excited to see how people respond to it. And Luca is such a humanist. What reassures me is that Luca is all about the heart and all about love and eroticism and connection. So he's coming towards the material from such a kind of humanistic angle, which I'm really grateful for. And honestly, even though it was heavy, we had so much fun. It's a really, really good group of people, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun bringing it to the world and talking about it. I'm very excited for that. I was just with Jacob Elordi in Marrekesh, who ended up playing the character of the creature. So I was hearing about how amazing and hard work, and how satisfying that was for him. So I'm very, very glad that it was him doing it. And I'm of course disappointed that I didn't get to do it, but because I love Guillermo and I love Oscar and everyone that he assembled. So I was disappointed, but meeting Jacob felt really, serendipitous, so that I could really see and hear that, maybe he needed that experience more than me.
Yeah.
So that was cool to feel that he had a really kind of spectacular time on that job. But yeah, Christmas is next. Christmas back in London, and family time, and yeah, just looking, searching, yearning, scratching around, trying to find the thing that turns me on and the thing that I feel I can give myself to in a way that's generous.
Okay.
Yeah.
One last question. It's your second time here at VEDC.
Yeah.
Tell us what brought you back, and kind of how you've kind of seen the festival grow, even just in 1 year.
Well, I just got here, so I'm absorbing and observing now. But my first time last year, and I think what was so wonderful about last year is I got to come with Mo, who was running the festival last year's CEO, and because he's a friend of mine, and he's someone that we worked together on 99 Homes, a film that I made with Ramin Barani and Kevin Turin and Michael Shannon, Laura Dern. And so since then, he's been telling me about Saudi and his country, and he's very proud of where he's from, and he's a real advocate for where he's from. And the timing worked out that I was able to come last year, and I had all of any preconceived notion of what it would be like here just blown up. And I was able to travel with another friend of mine, Addison O'Day, who has a lot of experience in this region and was raised partly out here. So having him as a kind of envoy, as a kind of cultural bridge, was a really beautiful thing too. And he's here as well this year with Minnie Driver, who's on the jury, who's one of my good friends too. And so it's a wonderful family feeling here. And I'm excited to spend a bit more time and do a bit more exploring, hopefully. But I had such an incredible trip last year. and Mo really showed me. We went to Alulu and we went to. It was a beautiful trip. Yeah, a very, very beautiful trip. And he's such a generous host as well. So you get a very specific experience of the region with Mo.
Great. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Enjoy the rest of your time.
Thanks for having me. You too.